Hey, this is Mark, and today I've got good old iPhone 6 Plus touch job. Been quite a while since I've gotten one of these. This was accidentally sent down to me from our main office in New York in a shipment of other devices. It was meant to be pulled before it got here. Normally these get fixed right away before they have a chance to make it to Florida, because it really is a pretty straightforward repair, and we've got an excellent tech that is trained up on how to do this repair and just knocks them out within a day of them arriving. But today I get to do one. Let's see if I still remember how to do this. Alright, so I've got the chip off. Gonna expose the copper via. And get out my super fine jumper wire. I think this is 46 gauge. Pretty sure it's 46. My spool has lost its label. But if memory serves, I ordered 46 gauge for this job. This is the wire I use anytime I need to run a jumper under a chip or do trace repair. Alright, jumper is in place. Now we're ready to stick this chip back on. Now I could reball the the touch IC, but I don't really need to, so I'm not gonna. I could. Some people do, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it is not required on this job like it is on the 7 audio IC. I would never do one of those without reballing. Go. That should do it. It's been so long since I've worked on a 6 Plus, I'm not even certain that my battery is charged. May need to boot this up off DC power. No, it doesn't look like this battery is charged. Alright. Hook up the old DC power supply. So this, before I started testing this particular case, there was the gray flashing bars at the top of the screen that were pretty much there constantly, and there was absolutely no touch at all. So I can already see as it's booting up that there is no more gray bars at the top because they would be showing up already. So I expect that this is good to go. Alright, let's see. Yes, we have touch. Alright. That was quick and easy. So, thanks for watching.